Taurus, hello my darlings, how are you? Welcome to your reading for the week of the 15th of August 2022, or as always, whenever you find me is perfectly okay as well. So we're going to get out a couple of oracle card decks and then a few tarot cards as well. The first part of the reading, the first couple of cards, will indicate an overall theme or areas we can focus on for the week. So you actually have two cards out from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck. You have Insight, and the words on the card are understanding, awakening, awareness, and self-evaluation. So this is obviously a beautiful energy to be working with this week, Taurus. That insight does make me think, and the words on the card does make me think there may be a focus on the third eye, even the crown chakra, connecting into, I guess, higher levels of wisdom and guidance stepping in there as well. You also have the sacral chakra, so you may be looking at, we'll see what the rest of the cards come out, but there may be some, the sense I'm getting is there may be something to do with creation, creating beautiful things, creating new things. So we will see how this, as I said, unfolds with the rest of the reading. See if I can get a card out for you from the Goddess Guidance Oracle card deck. Just the one, but we are being told those two. Thank you, guides. So here we go. We have Ostara. All right, thank you for the clarification, guides. So the words on the card here, fertility. It's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So that's exactly what I was talking about there with the sacral chakra, creating new things, birthing new things. So that's a really lovely, as I said, lovely confirmation. We also do see that same violet, indigo, purple colouring coming through. Again, that additional confirmation there for us from source, from our guides, that maybe you are tapping into some higher wisdom, some higher knowledge. You also have siege, and the words on the card are quiet time. This is take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So again, extremely similar images there, both coming through. So both those cards obviously leaning into having that quiet time, stepping into that meditative space. So it may be, for some of my Taurians, there's a couple of things coming through. I do feel like with this, with the space that you do allow yourself to maybe meditate, contemplate, receive some answers from connecting in to some higher wisdom, some insights, maybe your guide, source, whatever your beliefs are around that. But that contemplation, allowing those messages to drop in, may well open up what it is that, or may well assist you, because I feel like the seed has already opened. So I feel like having this quiet time, having this time to connect in, will allow you to help to grow that new, whatever it is, that new project, that new ideas, that new birth, allow that to grow more and more into fuller fruition, if you will. And the other thing I was going to say for some of you is that it may actually be a physical pregnancy, or even the growing of a young child as well. So do take it as it resonates. I'm going to get a card out from the Rider-Waite Smith Tarot deck as well. And again, this is going to sit in the central part of the reading as the overall theme. And again, you've got two cards here. You have the 9 and the 10 of Wands. So this may have been a difficult journey for some of you, okay? So the 9 is kind of the energy of that one final push before we can get to this 10, which is where you're able to put down that bundle, where you're able to rest, where you're able to maybe use this harvest that you've gathered over the time, okay? You've worked very hard to get to where you've got to, to the top of the hill, so you can put down, as I said, that heavy bundle. It may have been quite a difficult journey for you, but this is indicating that this should be coming to a close for you. And I guess with that closing off energy does come new beginnings. So it may well be that these new beginnings could be again, part of that idea of fertility, sacral chakra, creating and birthing new things. Okay, so I'm going to use the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann for the cards for the rest of the reading. So I'm going to be looking first of all at the energy coming into the week. No. Okay. No. So I'm just going to tap into my guides, see if they want any of these cards. Yes, that one. Okay. All right. So Taurus, we have the Ace of Cups. So this is the energy coming into the week. This is, as I said only a moment ago, this is an indication of new beginnings, okay? And they are new beginnings that have the potential to bring great joy and abundance and happiness and love in. It could be a new love that is on offer, but as I said, it's definitely a new beginning. It's a gift from the universe, which I absolutely encourage you to take, because as I said, there is this indication that you will be able to grow it, that you will be growing it, and it will, in no time at all, it will become the 10 of Cups. Let's have a look. The energy leaving the week for you is the 4 of Cups and the Star. Now, interesting combination, okay? The sense that I'm getting through here is that I feel like with this 4 of Cups energy, that there may be a little bit of residue left over here from this wounded warrior type 9 of Wands energy, and this I'm really absolutely knackered out 10 of Wands. So there may be a little bit of, I guess, a little bit of leftover, what's the word? Just kind of lackluster is the sense that I'm getting. There may be a little bit of sadness, but I feel like it's almost, the thing about the 4 of Cups, if we look at the card itself, is that this bunny here has got 3 full cups. And, 3 cups is pretty amazing. That's 3 cups full of love and joy and abundance. And as I said, all the great things that the Ace of Cups offers. And here, from this side of the card, she's being offered another cup. Okay, she's being offered this Ace of Cups. She's being offered this new opportunity, this gift from the universe. And what we say about the 4 of Cups is that you're not seeing this new opportunity, okay? So if this new opportunity comes in this week for you, Taurus, this is extra confirmation to not leave the week not seeing that 4 of Cups, okay? Because if you are able to see it and grab it, the Star is indicating to me that moving forward, and this is energy moving forward, I do feel like this is longer term, okay? So it can be moving forward into next week, next month, next year. I do feel like it's more sort of 3 to 6 month time frame here that we could be potentially moving into. But what it is saying is that your wishes, the Star is the idea of wishing on a star and having your dreams come true. So I do feel like if you can grab this single cup that you're not seeing, that you're not, not grabbing and running with, if you can accept it and take it and run with it and see what's actually in that cup that you can work on and grow on, that it will lead to your dreams and wishes coming true. Okay. The other thing the Star card does talk about is keeping the faith. So it is very important, and I know we hear this a lot. I hear it a lot myself. This idea of, keeping the faith, staying positive, trusting that the universe is going to provide for us and supply us, what we are dreaming of, what we are wishing for. So I know that is difficult, but it's also incredibly important. So there is obviously, and I'm sure you have heard it as well, that saying, what you put out is what you're going to get back. I'm just getting a teaching of Bashar that's coming through, and in that he talks about the idea of you can't just kind of wish for something. You've actually got to be that, be that thing it is that you are putting out. Because, so say for argument's sake, or let's say I don't know, let's say for argument's sake, you're a monster looking into a mirror saying, I want to be a princess, okay? The reflection in the mirror will not reflect back at you the princess, because you are currently in the state of the monster for all intents and purposes. So for you to have that wish or that manifestation of wanting to be for argument's sake, a princess, you have to be that princess looking into the mirror to have that reflected back at you. So for me, that really made sense, because I know for myself, I had sat in this idea of, okay, I'm going to manifest, this for myself or that for myself. But until we have that true self-worth, that, looking at what underlying beliefs might be blocking us as well. So until we address that and we actually become that person that's looking into that mirror just to be what it is we want reflected at us, we're not going to get that. So if I'm the monster looking in the mirror, I'm only going to get the monster coming back at me. And then I'm going to get really pissed off with the universe, because I'm like, I'm doing all this manifestation and all I'm getting is the monster back and I want to be a princess, So I just feel like that may help someone, because I know when I first heard that Bashar talk about that, it just kind of really rang true to me, because, I've kind of been in this world of trying to manifest wonderful things for such a long time and going, what am I doing wrong, And it really is that idea of, embracing and being the essence of what it is before you can expect that to come back to you. I do hope that makes sense. Okay, interesting. All right, we have the moon card that has come up. Now, this again is a little bit of extra confirmation for what I've just spoken about there. So the moon may well be looking at, I guess, highlighting or showing up some of those patterns, some of those blocks, some of those triggers potentially that may have been keeping us blocked. Some of that darkness, although the things that have maybe been in the darkness that have maybe even self-sabotaged us to not turn around and see this Four of Cups or this Ace of Cups that's coming in for you. So that moon is in the position of obstacles, blocks, gifts and strengths this week for you. And I do think that fits really well in all of those. The moon that's highlighting the dark shadows, highlighting the dust bunnies in the corner of the room. It can be a gift, okay? And as I said, it can also highlight where we may have some negative patterns and negative ideas as well. So the next card out I'm going to be looking for is a card that looks at career and finances. We have the Nine of Cups. So Taurus, in terms of career and finances, you should be feeling pretty good, okay? The Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. So again, with that star card sitting nearby, that's that extra confirmation that you can actually get to this place where your dreams do come true. So I think the important thing here for you is that self-belief. It's about recognizing that you are worthy of that Ace of Cups, recognizing that you are worthy of the universe providing these wonderful things back to you. Because as I said, the idea of this Nine of Cups in career and finances does say that, in your day-to-day life, you should be feeling pretty good about where you are. And it should be a very kind of joyful, happy place that you are. And, and I say day to day because most of us tend to work. Most of our life is given to our work hours, I guess. And that's work, that could be work as a mother or running your own business or working for someone, or even if you're retired, it could be doing charity work. So however that does resonate, but whatever that means to you, I'm sure you can kind of put something in that place. And that is indicating, as I said, that you should be feeling really good in that area. Now, we do have the Seven of Swords. This has come up in place of your health this week, and this is health in terms of body, mind, and soul. I do feel like there could be, again, I feel like this may well be related to the moon. So the Seven of Swords you know, if we look at it in a literal sense, it's this idea of lying, cheating, stealing. Now, in terms of health, you know, it's a difficult way to apply this card to this position. It can also, the Seven of Swords can also mean how we can navigate our way through a situation using our wit and intellect. Okay, so the swords are about wit and intellect and wisdom and quick thinking. So it may be for some of my Taurians that there may be some kind of health issue that you are dealing with, and as I said, it could be mental, emotional, or physical, but you may have to kind of see if you can wit your way out of the situation, you know, like you put your brain to good use and figure out what's actually going on. So as I said, I do feel like this moon card could be related to that, in that the moon may actually be highlighting some issues for you, and that may allow you to kind of work your way through in a tactical way, if you will. Obviously, if you do have any health concerns, see a medical practitioner or the right person for that. I'm being told that card. Thank you. Oh dear, my shuffling has gone out the window lately, so it's a good thing I get clear messages from my guides. Okay, Taurus, we have the Six of Swords. This is in the position of relationships. So it could be for some of my Taurians, this could be a transitionary place, I guess, for some relationships. So there could be this idea of moving from one place to another. Now, that could be a physical move for some of you, and that may then obviously result in a change in relationships. But it could be that relationships that you are currently in, and whether that be romantic or family or friendships, it could be that those relationships are transitioning. The idea of the Six of Swords is that it's transitioning from rough water into smooth water. It's that idea of, I guess, moving into a place of flow and calm. So the sixes are about balance. They're about harmony. So again, it's this idea of moving maybe from a little bit of chaos. So maybe some relationships around you have been a little bit chaotic or even challenging, coming in from the Five of Swords. So this tells me that there's going to be some peace brought to maybe some relationships that have been a little bit challenging. The other really beautiful thing about the Six of Swords is that it tells us that we're going to be guided, we're going to be looked after on our journey and watched over, if you will. So you will have your guides, your people, even your support, your family support, your network of friends, whatever it is. It does signify that you are going to be supported on this transition, on this journey, okay? All right, Taurus, pretty good reading, I do think. Look, before we close off, there's just a very clear kind of, another clear theme that is coming through for me. This is that, and I'm going to come back to this card because this is an extremely strong message coming through for some of my Taurians. So I'll read the card again. Ostara, fertility. It's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So again, what is coming through for me here is that we have the rabbit or the bunny or the hare, however we want to call them. But we have, let's call it a bunny. We have the bunny in 3 of these cards. And obviously we can see here in that Ostara card, the bunny is really about fertility. You know, rabbits reproduce very, very quickly. So as I said, that there is this idea of creating new things, birthing new things, new projects. As I said, for some of you, it may be a physical pregnancy or a birth, a young child, etc. Or it could be a new business, a new hobby, something else that you are nurturing and growing, bringing through and allowing to grow, allowing that Ace of Cups to flow right into, we've got the Nine of Cups here in your career. Let's get it all the way to the Ten of Cups heck, let's go all the way to the King of Cups. All right, my darlings, I do hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you have, please do like, share and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, my friends, bye-bye.